Hello and welcome back. This is week 2, day 2/4, independent work. Like I've said before, my camera isn't working right now, but that's okay. You'll be able to hear my voice throughout the lesson. And just know that I'm still here. For today's independent work lesson, you will need your thinking cap, your listening ears, a pencil, and your empathy anchor chart paper. This is a paper that you'll need to get from your teacher. If you don't have this paper from your teacher, don't worry. You can either choose to just watch and listen as we go through our lesson, or you can grab a piece of paper and ask your grown-up to help you make the chart. If you don't have your materials ready, just press pause, then press play when you're ready to learn. Okay, learners, hopefully you have your pencil, your working brain, and your empathy anchor chart. And remember, if you don't have this paper, that's okay. It's called the empathy anchor chart because that's what our lesson is about today, empathy. As you research more about birds, you'll be sharing your work with a group or maybe even your whole class. And when someone shares their ideas or work, it's important that we show empathy. Can you say that word with me and read it on the screen? Empathy. Empathy is a habit of character. Remember, habits of character are those actions and things that live in our hearts and our minds. Today, as we explore this habit of character, empathy, I want you to keep this graphic or this picture in your mind. I like this picture because it reminds me of what empathy means. Here we have two friends standing beside each other. And the friend on the left has their arm around the friend in front of them because they're showing empathy. What does it mean? Well, empathy means I try to understand how others feel. Can you read that definition with me? I try to understand how others feel. Well, how are we going to do that? How are you going to understand what your friend is feeling? You can't read their brain, can you? No, but you can do a few other things to help you understand how others feel. We can tell how others feel by their expression on their faces or what they're doing with their bodies. And that lets us know how to respond. For example, take a look at my face in the corner. Can you read the expression on my face? Am I feeling excited or am I feeling upset? That's right, I'm feeling excited, and you didn't have to read my brain to figure that out. You were able to understand how I was feeling by reading my face. When you're looking at a friend, you can read their face and their body, and that will help you understand how they feel. Once you understand how they feel, you are able to respond to them and show them empathy. Empathy anchor chart. Showing empathy means to try to understand how someone is feeling. On the left-hand side of our paper, it says emotion. Read the emotions with me. Happy, sad, angry, shy, embarrassed, surprised. When we're looking for an emotion, we have to think about what I see or hear, and that's called body language. Did you know that your body has its own language? That's right, your body can speak. For example, if I look at your body and I see a smile with your eyes turned up, you're laughing, your arms are open, or maybe they're above your head, your body is saying to me, that you're happy, kind of like this picture. We can read their bodies and their faces. And once we're able to read them, we can decide what we want to do. And that's what empathy is. It's reading someone and then deciding how to respond. Let's look at the next one. Sad, frown, eyes are down or closed. There's maybe tears or crying. Angry, their hands are balled up. Maybe their arms are crossed. They have tight lips and their eyebrows are furrowed. Angry. Shy or embarrassed. Their head is down. They're not making eye contact. And their body might be caved in, which means that you're hunched over because you're shy or embarrassed. Our last one says surprised. Eyes are wide open. Body is stiff. Mouth is open or straight lips. You're surprised. These images all show us what you see and hear. These are pictures of body language. So remember, empathy means trying to understand how someone is feeling, and we can understand how others are feeling by looking at their body. But the next part is what's important. Now that we know how they feel, you have to decide how will you respond. For example, if someone is happy, what can I do? Well, I might smile, give them a high five, or celebrate. Do you agree that this would be a good way to respond to someone that's happy? Yes, it is. Let's add that to the top box of your anchor chart paper. If you don't want to write all three, you can pick your favorite or tell me how you would respond when someone is happy. Good, let's look at the next one. Sad. If I see that someone is frowning or maybe they're crying, I should not smile and high five them and give them a big celebration, right? That's not appropriate. What could I do if I see that someone is sad? How can I respond with empathy? Good. I think that I would ask how I can help. Ask how you can help. Maybe give them a hug or comfort them. If I see a friend that is feeling sad, I might say, "Hey, how can I help you? Are you okay? Can I give you a hug?" Add one of these to your anchor chart. Good job. Now remember, the way we respond is always different depending on their emotion. So let's look at the next one. Angry. If someone is angry, their arms are crossed, their eyebrows are furrowed, what should we do? How can we respond and show them empathy? That's right. You might not want to go in for a big hug like you would when they're sad. You might want to say, "I see that you're angry. Would you like to talk about it?" Remembering that you don't have to fix their emotion, but that you can respond in a way that's helpful. Go ahead and write what you think you can do when a friend is angry. Good job. Now, I did the first two with you, but I'd like you to do angry, shy, embarrassed, and surprised by yourself. Thinking about if you saw these types of body language, knowing that this is their emotion. How could you respond? Now, empathy is something that we get better at with time. So if you're feeling stuck and you're not really sure how to respond, ask a grown-up to sit with you and think through what you can write. For your independent work today, you will complete the empathy anchor chart. Remember, we did the first 2 together, but you'll do the last 3 all on your own. Give me a thumbs up if you understand what your job is during independent work. That's right. You're completing these 3 boxes at the bottom of your chart. If you don't have your paper, that's okay. You can just think through what your responses would be. How would I respond if someone's feeling shy? Maybe introduce yourself or give them a little bit of space so that they don't feel too pressured. Maybe if someone is really surprised, think about what can you do? How would you respond? Friends, you have done a great job thinking about empathy and working through how to respond. Today we talked about emotions, how to identify emotions, and what those emotions look like through body language. Grab your pencil and your anchor chart and complete the anchor chart, asking for help from a grown-up if you need it. I will see you next time. Bye, friends.